Alright, so I've been getting a ton of questions, so I figure I'd just put together something quick just to, address some of these. I got people asking, like, what's a block string? How do I know if it's gapless? How do I get better in neutral? People are just generally confused, so I figure I'd touch on some of these most requested points, and we can go from there. I can kind of see where you're at. So let's start with offense, and I want to go over one of my favorite parts about offense is option select. So this magical tool allows you to automatically change what option you do to beat what your opponent chooses without even thinking about it. So, an example, RUPT. Now this is a classic option select. So a lot of people in the upper ranks are going to be able to know how to defend against this, but the way it works is if your opponent texts into no, then you just hit them with the "you're not potty trained," and if they text into yes, you can easily just change into "you're a pregnant teenager, gross." So magical stuff, definitely something you guys should look into. So I know it's fun to practice offense, work on your combos, your block strings, but it's so important to work on your defense. The other day, I witnessed some snot-nosed kid get his ass flour, egged, and breadcrumbed just because he wasn't aware of the defensive options he had available to him. So for example, if your opponent is taking their turn and you notice a gap in their block string, you're able to counter, or at the very least, reset back to neutral with, "I know you are, but what am I?" This is a fantastic option. Definitely something that makes the opponent look out for it, but it's not foolproof. And if you're on the opponent's side, you can actually, bait this out and get to go for the jinx read, which is a complete punish. It gives you a ton of damage, and now they owe you a quarter. Alright, so neutral is one of those things where I really can't explain it fully. It would take hours just to go on, touch on all the basics. It really is one of those things that you just have to get out there and get good at on your own. But one tip that I do have for everyone is to work on your spacing. Spacing is so important. I tell it to everyone because if you manage to space correctly, you're too far to hear them and your feelings won't get hurt.